There's a storm brewing in Hollywood, and at the center of it is none other than Blake Lively. A name synonymous with style success and screen charm, Blake has long been seen as one of the industry's most polished stars, from her breakout role in Gossip Girl to blockbuster films and red carpet moments that leave fashion critics raving. She's cultivated a nearly flawless public persona. But now that image is facing its most serious challenge yet. Behind the glamour, the headlines tell a very different story, one that includes legal tension, a highly publicized deposition, and a string of puzzling missteps that have fans and critics alike asking what is going on with Blake Lively. In the entertainment world, depositions are not unusual. They're often handled quietly away from the spotlight with carefully crafted statements and polished PR responses, but Blake's deposition has become anything but quiet. It's become a moment of revelation, not necessarily because of what she said, but because of how she said it and what followed afterward. Legal experts who've reviewed the statements describe them as vague, uncharacteristically hesitant, and even contradictory at times. What was expected to be a straightforward process has now opened the floodgates to speculation, debate, and a surprising amount of public backlash. Social media has lit up with fans trying to decode what this all means, while Hollywood insiders whisper about the potential consequences for her career and image. But the deposition is just one part of a bigger puzzle. What came after the red carpet appearances, cryptic Instagram posts, and questionable PR decisions has only intensified the scrutiny. Suddenly, a celebrity known for avoiding drama has become the focal point of it. And the question everyone's asking is, has Blake Lively lost control of her narrative? This isn't just a celebrity gossip moment. It's a fascinating glimpse into the power of image in the age of social media, where every word is documented, dissected, and turned into headlines. Blake Lively's current situation offers more than just entertainment. It's a case study in how fame, legal realities, and public expectation collide in real time. As we dive into what really happened in that deposition, examine the unexpected fallout, and explore how one of Hollywood's brightest stars found herself in a legal and PR storm, you'll see that this is more than a minor headline. It's a moment that could reshape how celebrities manage crisis and how the public responds when the curtain gets pulled back even just a little. Get ready, because the story you're about to hear isn't just about Blake Lively's deposition. It's about fame, missteps, and the fragile balance between truth and perception in the spotlight. The entertainment world has been sent into a whirlwind yet again, and this time it's all centered around Blake Lively. Known for her glamorous red carpet presence and iconic roles on screen, Blake has always maintained a carefully crafted image of poise and elegance. But recently, that image seems to be cracking under the weight of controversy. The buzz, a shocking deposition that has made its way into the public discourse. And the revelations are more than what fans expected. For months, whispers of legal troubles and behind-the-scenes tension have simmered just below the surface. Now, as documents and testimonies start to emerge, we're seeing a side of Blake Lively that's far removed from the polished persona Hollywood has celebrated. And with each passing day, more missteps, miscommunications, and eyebrow-raising choices seem to be piling up. From contradictory statements to unusual courtroom behavior, this situation has become a full-fledged media storm. Legal experts, fans, and even fellow celebrities are beginning to weigh in, trying to make sense of what it all means. Is this just another celebrity caught in the harsh spotlight of public opinion? Or is there something deeper going on here, something that could affect her career for years to come? Stay tuned, because we're diving deep into the deposition, shocker, the blunders that followed, and what this means for Blake Lively's carefully constructed legacy. When Blake Lively appeared for her deposition, many expected a routine legal formality, calm, controlled, and free of surprises. But what unfolded instead was a series of unanticipated responses that raised more questions than answers. Legal observers noted moments of hesitation, some contradictions in her timeline, and most notably vague answers to questions about her involvement in certain off-the-record discussions. One portion of the deposition that drew significant attention involved her interactions with a certain Hollywood producer, whose name has not been made public in the documents. When asked about alleged conversations around casting decisions, Lively's tone shifted. Though she denied any wrongdoing, her answers left room for interpretation, and some analysts suggest that a more rehearsed or precise response might have saved her unnecessary speculation. Moreover, legal experts were puzzled by her legal team's reaction. Rather than objecting or clarifying on her behalf, they allowed several statements to pass without challenge, statements that are now being dissected by media and critics alike. The biggest shock, however, came from a brief mention of a private agreement involving promotional partnerships. While not illegal or inherently wrong, the timing of those disclosures coincided with a separate ongoing investigation into industry transparency. This overlap has added fuel to the fire, and now Blake finds herself not only under public scrutiny, but possibly facing professional setbacks as well. The deposition was supposed to clear things up. Instead, it has opened a Pandora's box that no one seems ready to close. In the days following the deposition, rather than quieting down the controversy, a string of missteps only amplified it. First came a statement from a representative that many deemed vague and tone-deaf. It attempted to shift focus toward misunderstood intent, but critics were quick to point out that intention doesn't erase contradiction or deflection. Then came the press appearances. Blake made a red carpet appearance just days after the deposition went public, wearing a bold ensemble and smiling for the cameras. While some praised her professionalism, others viewed it as an attempt to divert attention or minimize the seriousness of the situation. Social media, as expected, lit up with debate. Was she reclaiming her narrative, or was this a calculated PR move that failed to land? Worse still was an Instagram post later deleted, featuring a quote about rising above drama, intended as empowerment, and instead triggered a wave of backlash for being poorly timed and lacking awareness of the gravity surrounding the legal proceedings. Fans began questioning not just the deposition but her overall handling of public perception. Industry insiders started whispering about a brewing PR crisis. Some questioned whether her team was fully prepared for the fallout, especially considering how visible and vocal the public reaction has been. With critics, former collaborators, and even anonymous insiders chiming in, it seems that each effort to regain control of the story has only pushed it further from her hands. In Hollywood, image is everything, and right now Blake's image is teetering between resilience and recklessness. As expected, the industry hasn't remained silent. Reactions have come from both supportive allies and those who view the situation with a critical lens. Some celebrities, particularly those who've worked closely with Blake in the past, have chosen to remain neutral, offering subtle gestures of support like social media likes or quietly worded messages. Others have remained entirely silent, a silence many interpret as telling. But not all responses have been passive. One well-known director who previously cast Lively in a critically acclaimed project gave an interview where he tactfully commented on the need for transparency and accountability in all areas of the industry, a statement widely believed to be a veiled reference to the current controversy. Meanwhile, fans are divided. Longtime supporters argue that the backlash is disproportionate and rooted in exaggerated media narratives. They point to her years of work, professionalism, and charitable contributions. But a growing number of online voices, including some who've worked in legal or PR roles, are calling for more transparency and better public response. It's important to note that no formal accusations of illegal activity have emerged. But in today's world, public trust is fragile. In an age where public figures are expected to show accountability both on and off screen, even a small misstep can lead to widespread criticism. As the dust begins to settle, the question remains: will Hollywood close ranks around Blake Lively? Or will she be left navigating this fallout largely on her own? So what does the future look like for Blake Lively after this wave of unexpected deposition drama and media mishaps? Right now, the path forward appears uncertain, but not impossible. Her next moves, both legally and publicly, will be crucial in determining how long this controversy shadows her career. A major opportunity for damage control lies in how she addresses her audience. A candid and balanced statement, free of defensiveness and focused on clarity, could go a long way in restoring public confidence. She doesn't need to overshare or open legal specifics, but a touch of sincerity and acknowledgement might help reframe the narrative. Her legal team is reportedly working to clarify several of the deposition statements, possibly submitting supplementary material to contextualize some of the vagueness. While this might calm some critics, it also risks prolonging media interest in the matter. Professionally, brands and collaborators may take a wait-and-see approach. Some campaign opportunities may be put on pause until clarity emerges. Film studios may also rethink promotional timelines. That said, Blake still has significant star power, and Hollywood has seen many comebacks, especially when navigated with grace. Ultimately, it may all boil down to resilience. If Blake can show grace under pressure, learn from the missteps, and take back control of her narrative, she may very well emerge from this period stronger. But if miscommunication and poorly timed decisions continue, this could become a long-lasting blemish on an otherwise celebrated career. Blake Lively's journey through this legal and public relations storm is a reminder of how quickly narratives can shift in the world of celebrity. What began as a standard deposition has spiraled into a web of questions, critiques, and conflicting opinions not necessarily because of criminal accusations, but because of how the situation has been handled in the public eye. Despite her fame and long-standing success, Blake now finds herself in unfamiliar territory, where each word is scrutinized and every public move is evaluated through a different lens. The deposition didn't reveal a scandal in the traditional sense, but it did shine a spotlight on inconsistencies and prompted a broader conversation about transparency, influence, and public accountability in Hollywood. What stands out most is how quickly even a beloved star can become the subject of public debate. In today's media-driven environment, silence is often read as avoidance, and missteps, no matter how small, can ripple across platforms within minutes. But there is still room for resolution. Blake Lively has a loyal fanbase, a strong professional record, and the ability to navigate controversy if she approaches it with honesty and strategy. A well-timed, sincere response and meaningful reflection on the events can go a long way in regaining control of the narrative. In the end, this situation may serve as a turning point not just in Blake's career but in how public figures approach legal transparency and reputation management. Whether this remains a brief bump in the road or a more significant turning point will depend on what she does next. The world is watching, the media is waiting, and the next chapter in Blake Lively's story is about to be written not by headlines but by her actions.